Hello and welcome along. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog, and today is May the 10th. We're heading down to the sheep at the moment because, well, we need to give them some food, we need to give them some water, and we need desperately to make some space in the yard by moving the wool that we've been collecting for a while. I need to put some of it under cover and into some space. So yeah, we're gonna go and have a look at that quickly. They're good for grass and things at the moment, but they could do with well, first they could do with some water. So let's open the gate. They'll stay away from me a bit at the moment, and we'll give them some water. There we go. That'll fill up nicely, and while we've got that open, we're nicely in the yard, so we'll see any of them trying to wander out. And they won't, they don't tend to try it, so we're going to grab them some hay. And we'll grab them some silage as well. That will give them a nice mixed amount. We've not got any carrots at the moment, which I really want to feed them. And yeah, it'll be a little while before that. I might go and buy some more, actually. We do have a bale here already. Rather than putting another bale out here then, I think we should go and put this one back. Didn't realise I already had a bale in the field. See if we can get that into their feeding trough. Quite a tight bit in there. But yeah, if I can... got space in this shed, but I'm not going to do it in here. I think we might try and store some other stuff in here with our combine, because we only get the combine out for a few days a year. We don't need to get access to it very quickly. So let's just see if we can feed this to our sheep properly. Go. Put that in. That will go in there now, and that will feed them nicely. And I want to put a silage bale in there as well, and get that fed to them too. And yeah, that will keep them nice and happy for a good while, and we will have to worry less about it. So let's just do that. There we go. So yeah, we're kind of all rounding it with this telehandler against it. I think we're going to be a fair amount in this. Just getting things done. It's mostly animal based that I'm going to cover in this vlog. As always, we're doing pretty well when it comes to the animal side of things. Oh, that's all gone in there. There we go. But otherwise, yeah, let's close this. See, they tend to stay away from the gateway when I do that, because they know I'm coming in and out, and they want to stay away from the machinery. They don't like it. Tend to be a little bit skittish, the sheep. Unlike the cows. The cows I find on the farm are a little bit inquisitive, so you have to watch it with the gates with them. But the sheep, yeah, the sheep are definitely want to stay away from you. They don't like us hanging around too much. Right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this in here. Might move that trailer. There we go. Bale, pallet forks on. Let's back this out. And yeah, not the easiest place in the world to get at these, especially with how they are. But yeah, and that's mainly because we've got stuff in the way. Or the other side. Otherwise, I would come in from the other way, where the forage trailer is, and do it from there. But it's not the easiest of things. I'm thinking of putting, I think I said this before, I'm thinking of putting in a bale shed. Ooh, wow. Yeah, this is why this is so tight. This is the bit I don't like about this. We can get this low enough though. Yeah, there we go. I'll pick up fairly easy. Trouble with this, the only trouble I see with this is it's quite difficult sometimes to see the tips of the tines. And I can see now that they're too high, so let's push them down and up and off. There we go. Yeah, if we can get these first two off, that makes this whole situation so much easier. And I shouldn't have left it where our shearers were piling them up here this long. But we're coming to the end of the season on this. This is we're not going to get that much more wool out of our sheep now. It's more looking at lambing and throughout May and seeing how that goes. But yeah, not really any sheep with coats left on them. Oh, sometimes this gets jammed. Sometimes this is a bit of a pain. You get it in here. Yeah, we've got the forks in a slightly bad angle. You have to really sort of work it off when it does this. There we go. Oh. Known as throwing the cage. But it's off. So I'll just push that in carefully. And now I can get back out there and get this. So I'm going to get the rest of these in. And then we're going to go up and have a look at our cows and get to work on them as well. There we go. That's the last one. And out. Perfect. So yeah, we've got 5 full things of wool here. We've got one that I'm going to fill later. I don't think we've got many sheep left to shear. But hopefully we should get this one filled at the very least. Can I can't shove that. So hopefully we'll get that one filled as well. But the sheep all seem pretty good at this point. So we want to drop off our pallet fork here, and I think we'll go up and sort out our cows. Cows are similarly in need of a good feed and a bit of water as well, so we're going to go and fill up their trough and get them sorted too. So let's just pull this out and close this. There we go. And we'll close this up as well. Close this. We've got yeah, we've still got everything in here sort of set up as we have been doing. We've been doing some solid fertilizer spreading on the fields that we've recently planted. What I need to do as soon is get the sprayer out and start doing stuff on the stuff that's growing rather nicely. Otherwise, we're going to end up running out of time to get those fully fertilized. Let's get this like that. There we go. But yeah, we're pretty good, I think. Right, let's see where we go. It's fairly blind coming out of these sometimes. Worries me quite a bit that we have this slight disconnect on the farm, but we're okay for the most part. Only crop we still have to plant at the moment, as per my last vlog, is soybeans. Those need to go in soon, but you can see that our other crops are doing quite well. The wheat's coming up nicely. We've got a nice field of clover here. I haven't spoken about the clover. So clover silage is what we feed to both our cows and our sheep. Clover silage is what we had just put in. We've just given to the sheep and have one bale left. And you can see this is growing. This is not quite grown yet, but it's getting there. And so we'll be doing that in the future. And we only have that one field of clover. but that should create enough silage to get us through the year, and that's what our second silage clamp is for. We're going to need to do some grass cutting as well. Sort of the spring grass cutting is coming, so that is all to be done. And as you can see, I'm hoping that we're not going to have to put another order in for bales. If we do, that would not be great. But we need to do some grass for hay, which is actually this time of year perfect time to do it. Yeah, I kind of well, it's late. We're late spring, so actually perfect time to do it. And the time I'm looking to do it is through the summer. So we're going to do a summer cut of hay on our grass fields. We do need to do the spring silage cut of grass, so that is still pending. That won't be too long. Wow, we need to clear this out as well. We'll get the bucket on here in a minute. There we go. Cows are not doing too badly. They've got a fair amount of feed. They tend to be slower eaters at this time of year, which is good for us and what we have to play in. Because look at all this grass in here. So that is looking grand. There we go. So, fill up their water trough. And we'll head in and get this out here. Yeah. Again, they need some clover silage and they need some grass silage. So I'll grab a couple of things of clover silage to put in. And before I do the grass silage, I want to clear up their feed because that tends to mix nicely back in as silage. Go clover silage in. That's gone in very nicely, and we're just going to switch over to the bucket now, so that the before we go and put these last two silage bales in, we should be all right. I'm going to keep an eye on where we are though with everything. Make sure that we are in a position where the clover or the we don't have to order in any more things. We're looking to only store straw bales and hay bales here, and I don't know if I want to store them in this shed. This is our main storage shed, but we're going to have a whole load of crops come in here in the next few months, and it's just not a good place for us to be storing the bales. If we're also storing the crops in there, we're going to run out of space very, very quickly. I think we might have to take the tools for this out as well. I think that is going to be a problem if we have these in there. Let's just clear this. There we go. Let's tip that. Back into the feed, and that'll be good for the cows. Perfect. So with that done, let's back this out and go switch back and see if they need any more of these bales. I have a feeling that we may not need both bales after this, but we'll see how it goes. And this is just, I am impressed by this telehandler. This New Holland telehandler has done very well. And somebody did, I did see somebody in the comments of the last vlog saying, why are you calling it telehandler? It's a teleporter. And the thing is, growing up, we didn't call it a teleporter because there was a specific make of telehandler while I was over in the UK called a teleporter. It was by a company called Sanderson, And the brand name of it was actually Teleporter. And so telehandler is the more generic name for this. And I've just got used to saying it. I've just got used to calling it a telehandler rather than a teleporter. There we go. And that's all gone in perfect. So that'll keep the cows happy for a while. Now the other thing we need to do is give them some straw. So we're going to get a couple of these out and lay them out as we normally do. So that we can get them into our straw blower. Very tempted actually, with the amount of cows and the amount of straw we get through, to replace this with a larger one. There's a River do a much larger bale shredder, which holds up to 9 of these, which would make life just a smidge easier for us on the farm. The downside to it, of course, is we lose that whole self-sufficiency with this teleporter. At the moment, I do not need any other piece of equipment up at this farm other than the teleporter. Or just gone on about calling it a telehandler instead of a teleporter. Other than this telehandler, because it handles everything. It allows us to shred, it allows us to feed, it allows us to clean. It's got all of that. Whereas if I get anything bigger than this, then we're looking at having to have a tractor up here, maybe on a semi-permanent basis to run it. So that might be something for the future. Maybe if one of our tractors falls into less use. But at the moment, it could be anything that would work for us. It's a slightly annoying setup on this. There we go. There we are. So never quite sure which button it is to do that on here. Let's get this open. Oh, why is this door sticking? That's just weird. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, sometimes you have to walk in, give it a good shove. Right, and in we go. And away it goes. Let's see if I can angle that a bit, I think. Wait. It's quite good that it does that. There we go. It's quite an interesting little bit to do that. Right, let's load up the next one, and then we want to grab 2 more. Maybe I should have laid all 4 out first. That might have worked better for me. Oh, there we go. That's got it. Had to do a lot of maneuvering with that. That just would not get into my shredder then. It was all over the yard. Just, yeah, moving about all over the place. Should be able to get it emptied rather nicely now. Let's get that right. Yeah, there we go. And we can blow that in there. And the nice thing about this nozzle is that I don't have to move too much. I can spread it just with that. 2 more to go. And this should have the job done. I'm going to put the first one directly into this. And then we can line the second one up quite nicely. So let's drop that off the front. May not put, actually I've not put that in a good position for that. Let's just lift it up. Get it opposite. If I get it opposite the shed, that just makes life so much easier. And then we can just put the second one next to it rather than in front of it, and it just, yeah. Don't know why this is playing up. like this today, but we should be all right. Let's get that. That. I haven't done today's milk run yet either, so I think we may go and do that before we finish. It's yeah, it's one of those days. I think I'm gonna get ready to do some other bits and pieces on the farm. We've got I need to do a little bit of maintenance on a couple of tractors, and just need to sort of get things ready for the end of spring. Might even be able to get. I don't like putting both of these on here. And it's just gonna. Yeah. Easier if I. Whoa. Put this so that the first one is on the lip, and then that might make things easier for us going forwards. Trying to cut corners rarely actually helps you, as you can see. I've got to go and check that now. Check that I didn't actually bend that metal then when I did that. I'm all for checking, you know, new options and seeing if there's a new way of doing things, but that just, yeah. I think we need to hold it towards the front of the bale and get it there. I think no, that's a bend that's meant to be there, thankfully. Yeah, we should be able to just hook this up. Immediately pick these bales up, I think. Let's hook in. Get it right, drive forwards, and oh no. All that did was make them stand up. Yeah, so yeah, this not any quicker, just messier. There we go, that's got one on. Head over and get it put in. Make for some happy cows. There we are. Okay, give it a good spread about. And then that will produce. We have a lot of manure actually. This will produce a very nice amount of manure that we're getting from the cows at the minute. Right, and just the last one. Go and grab that from down there. And yeah, I've learned my lesson. Trying to use this in any way other than its intended use just doesn't work. There we go. Let's scrape this up. Should pull a little bit, and there we go. Yep, in it is. Oh, seems to be behaving itself a little bit better now. So, and that's quite a bit of straw they've taken. That's 16,000 litres of straw that we've given to our cows today. And they seem, I think they'll be very happy for it. I think we probably could do with another couple of bales, but over the summer I tend to get them to generate a little bit of slurry. It helps us to do the do the grass. It's a great way to fertilise the grass. So yeah, we won't do that. We do want to. I have got to go and have a look before the autumn for a brand new muck spreader, because yeah, they are producing a lot of muck at the moment. I'll show you guys that in a minute, because we'll park this here. There we go. That's that used. Oh, I still got my beacon on from earlier. Let's turn that off. There we go. Close that up. Yeah. So down here is where we place the manure. And yeah, that is a mighty fine pile of manure we've got there. And that is going to be used later in the year. Still got my tractor out here. It's been parked there for a few days, so I need to sort that. Milk, we've got 55,000 litres, so I'm going to load this up. There we are, 25,000 litres of milk, so still got 30,000 litres here. I'm going to have to do a couple of trips today, I can see. And just trying to bring my truck around. Go and use the empty silage. So this silage clamp here, that will be where we do the clover silage once we get into summer. So we'll cut the clover in summer, and that will be good, and that will go in there, and that will feed our cows and our sheep, hopefully for a good long while. And yeah. There we go. Right, I'm going to head down and get this sold off. But I think that's a pretty good overview on the vlog and where the farm is today. So I'm going to leave this here, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.